Tonight, it's Madden NFL football. It's a special prime time edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Taking on the Cleveland Browns.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Cleveland Browns and the Houston Oilers. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, you take a look at our home side as we enter play here. They come in playing pretty good football. Winners of 4 of their last 6 games. Meanwhile, for the Browns here, they too were winners last time out, so something's got to give here.
And I love it when both teams come in off of wins. Great mindsets, and it usually leads to a really well-played game.
Taken in the end zone, and they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. So here come the Browns for their first drive on offense. And trotting out there, their tall quarterback standing at 6'5".
And he ought to have a lot of pep in his step after last week's performance because he did exactly as you want him to play if you're a coach. 3 touchdown passes, 0 interceptions, which usually means you're making a lot of right decisions out there.
And got him to win. First carry for Nick Chubb. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
He's tackled.
A check on the numbers for Chubb from a week ago. 13 carries, 65 yards.
I was so glad you asked for a couple of offensive linemen to talk to before the game because they told us that in last week's contest, everything was clicking. Didn't matter whether they were doing gap scheme, zone scheme, power, whatever it was working. And they expect more of the same in this game, although they're prepared for some adjustments by the defense they expect to see.
A first down pickup of 8. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers. You're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
At the 37-yard line.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And he can't escape, and down he goes. Grover Stewart busting through to get him for a loss of 6. They were able to win last week despite him being sacked 4 times. They might need to tighten the reins a little bit, or this one may not end in another victory.
You're right about that. They can't count on just winning the game no matter what happens. They can't let the accumulation of hits and harassment in the pocket get to their quarterback. Got to stop that, give him clean lanes to throw the football in order to have a better chance to win again this week.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. He's going to drop this one down for Chubb. And he can only get this to the 42-yard line. And that is not near enough. It'll be a gain of 12, but it will also lead to 4th down. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
That'll go as a punt of 42, 7 on the return. And that will come the offense as they take over. So now we'll get a look at the other offensive unit as they come out for their first possession. And out will come the leader of this offense, and that, of course, is their signal caller.
You enjoyed watching that game tape, didn't you?
Yeah,
Last week's game.
Was good. Four touchdowns, one pick.
Now, you were a little upset about the pick. I didn't know if you would play him this week or not if you were the head coach.
Hey, they got the win.
You got the win, so you got to give him another chance?
Give him another shot.
All right. I think the ratio's pretty good. He'll try and eliminate the interception, but he wants to keep that hot streak going, throwing touchdown passes.
It's a loss of 4 on the first down play. So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
That was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver, although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
He's tackled at the 34.
These are his numbers from last week's contest. 16 carries, 97 yards, and a touchdown.
He's having a nice season, and he knows where he ranks in the league. Don't ever let a running back tell you that they don't know that. They do. So what he's doing now is lobbying the offensive coordinator all week long. Hey, how about a few more touches? He's one big game away from maybe leading the league.
On the coverage.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. Buying time to his left. He can run for it, and he will. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down.
When they watch film of this game and hand out the grade sheets, he's going to really like getting a double plus on this play. Why? He scrambles and picks up a first down. But what else does he do? Protects himself by sliding and avoiding the big hit. Double plus, big-time play.
A pair of first downs gives him a 1st and 10 up at the 44. And he'll take this one across the 45 up to about the 46-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play.
It's caught inside the 25. And he takes this way down, deep into Cleveland territory. 36 yards on the play.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. A tackle there by John Johnson. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a 1st and goal.
From the 2, here's 1st and goal.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1. 2nd and goal from the 1.
2nd and goal.
They'll try to run this one in. And this time he is in. A great play there. With a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And his guys have taken a first-quarter lead. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
Fielded in the end zone.
And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
25-yard line.
Second drive coming up here for Cleveland as they return to the field on offense and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs, and that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line.
Not too many more ideal situations at 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a first down. They ran it and picked it up.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. And this will be incomplete. A physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And finding the tight end Hooper. And he finally goes down, but not before reaching the 21. A big play there on the catch and run. 44 yards.
And as you saw right there, this is a guy with pretty good speed for a tight end. Nice job there, catching the short throw and turning it upfield. He can also be a weapon downfield as well.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done. Down to the 15 from the 21.
2nd and 4 at the 15-yard line.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Well, they've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
7, Browns nothing.
They'll give it to Chubb. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. They'll try again with Chubb. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Browns are within an extra point of tying this thing up.
The kicker on for the extra point.
They were able to stop him at the line on 1st down, but this time he punches his way through.
And sometimes just because you're stopped on the first run, it doesn't mean the play call was bad or incorrect. You might just need better execution and just a tad more determination. And they got it done on the 2nd try.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Now this will make it into the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
They're on 25-yard line.
So now we get set to see Houston for their 2nd drive of the ball game. And you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in 1st place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shots? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the #1 goal? Make the playoffs. #2, win your division. #3, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the #1 seed so you get that 1st round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
And he'll be brought down right around the 37. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down. Now he'll try to run with this.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, it's almost a tendency breaker.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46.
And the ball carrier. He was tackled at the 46-yard line. Brings up third down.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45.
What were they thinking on defense there? It looked like they were playing for the pass. That was third and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 42-yard line.
They run the option here on 1st and 10.
And he fumbled it. It's on the ground.
A fumble on the play.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
The fumble on 1st down. Now here's 2nd down.
Now left side on the swing pass. A yard in the wrong direction. Makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9.
He's out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a 1st down.
And that is no good. And this game will remain tied here in quarter number 2. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
They begin this drive with Chubb, and he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. And they give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
4 yards on the pickup.
They'll set up to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. It's going the other way. 20, 10, and he's going to bring the fumble back for a touchdown. And give some kudos to the defensive coordinator, I think, here. They bring the blitz, they dial it up, and it turns into 6 points for them.
It's so nice to hear you actually give kudos to the defense. It is so nice. You're such an offensive guy like that. I love it. He dialed things up, and boy, a big play resulted for his guys.
Well, you like the credit to the defense there, right, my friend?
Yeah, do I ever?
Now the extra point try forthcoming. He's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there. Grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
1st and 10. At their own 20-yard line.
Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21. 2nd and 9 now from the 21.
At the 21-yard line. 1 yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And it's caught over the middle. Hooper. And he's He's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
First down, Cleveland.
He'll look to throw. And he gets it to his running back, Nick Chubb. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though. Huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
15 yards on the play, 1st down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
Couple of 1st downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. Back to throw again. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course.
They've given up a few 1st downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll try the draw now with Chubb. And he stopped immediately there. Back-to-back stop, 3rd and 10. We've hit the 2-minute mark in the 2nd quarter, 14-7. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now. We'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. And he is going to have a Browns 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A good pickup there for the Browns, 15 yards. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
That throw into the arms of Allen. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
This will be play number 9 of the drive here as they need 4 yards on 3rd down. And he'll find Galladay. That's complete. And he is going to have a Browns 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And this is complete. It's Allen. Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. Blanketed coverage by Houston. Makes it 4th down. So 2 3rd down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a 3rd, and now they deal with 4th down.
As defensive coordinators around the league tell me all the time, that throw is not for every quarterback because you've really got to drive the ball downfield. It's going to be a tight window for him to fit that one into. In this case, unsuccessfully.
So they get the field goal, but that was a 14-play drive to get 3.
You sound like you're going negative on me,
I was.
Sounds like you're thinking the 3 is just not that good.
And people say that we're negative sometimes. So,
well, here's the deal. Getting the 3 is good. Obviously, you would think on a 14-play drive you're going to get 6 out of it. a drive can pay dividends later on because you might wear the defense down.
Houston set to take over. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
Man open left side is Brown. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete.
To number 20.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
And this time they'll just keep this on the ground. And he'll push forward here for a good little run as the clock continues to run. Able to pick up a healthy chunk of yards, 7-yard gain, but a tough 3rd and 9 upcoming. One more time, they'll keep it on the ground. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. We'll start up at TIAA Stadium in Jacksonville, where you see the final score there. A 10-point victory in the end. 24-14, the final. From there, let's head off and check out a second game. And they were losers in that game as they fall to the visiting Kansas City Chiefs. Patrick Mahomes, excellent in the victory as his guys up their record to 7-2 now on the year. Lastly, let's head to Paul Brown Stadium in Cincinnati. See what's happening with the Bengals. And they were losers in that one to the visiting Tampa Bay Bucks. 27-17, the final, a 10-point margin. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Taking it about the 1. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21.
At their own 21-yard line.
Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. We have not seen much on offense from either side. These last few drives, it has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself right now, if you're on offense trying to get things figured out, okay, we self-scout every week on our game plan. How many things do we do at certain times? What are our tendencies? Time to go to some of those tendency breakers and try and create some offense.
They always have those in their back pocket, don't they?
You have to, and if you don't keep abreast of what you're doing, you lock into a rhythm and make it easy for the opposition.
Looking for tendency breakers right now. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play, backwards a yard.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
And for the Browns, a nickel set here on 3rd down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
That'd be exactly what they were looking for coming out to start the 3rd quarter. Get a sack, get off the field, get the momentum going in their direction.
Get the ball back to your offense, right? Get that momentum because, hey, this lead is very, very slim. So they bring out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return, and the Browns will take over, 1st and 10. Here's the Browns now. They get set for their first possession of the third quarter. Their defense just came up with a stop right out of the locker room, and now can the offense take advantage?
Yeah, we don't want to turn this into something that it's not. It's only a one-score game, so it's not exactly a crucial possession. But at the same time, they'd like to get things started and at least come away with 3 points.
And a good pickup there. He gets about 6 up to midfield. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
It's a pickup of 6.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line.
It's a gain of 6. 1st down, Cleveland.
Back to throw now on 1st down. And this is incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Blanketed coverage by makes it 4th down.
The passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
Here's Jamie Gillen now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And they won't try and pooch it. It's a fake. But he will not make the 1st down marker. And that'll be a turnover on downs.
1st down and 10 at the 49-yard line.
And now out comes Houston. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
When coaches stress their defense being physical, they don't just mean the big guys. How about the guys on the outside, the cornerbacks? It's not just their job to patrol the airspace. They can get involved in the run game as well.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
It's a gain of 8. Makes it 3rd and 5.
They'll drop to throw. Out to his left. He may try and run for this. The 20. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line.
Well, that was something to behold there. You might expect runs like that from a kick returner or wide receiver, but that's your quarterback hitting top speed.
And normally when you see guys move it this fast, it might be a fly pattern from a receiver or a toss sweep from a tailback or something like that. This was designed as a passing play, and then he got out of the pocket, and he just took off, and he just kept gaining momentum with every step.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Showed off the toughness, but still corralled shy of the 5 at the 6. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
Pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10.
Hey, was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What doesn't really matter. Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
It looks like a nickel set now for the Browns on third down. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
And this one is right through. And that moves him up by a touchdown now at 17-10.
Browns 10.
So he missed that field goal earlier, but he says not this time. Able to knock it through, give his guys 3.
I like his poise. I like his confidence, his belief in himself. Sometimes when you miss that first one, you see a lot of guys sag and they can't make the next one. Not in this case. Stepped right up like a pro.
They're on the 25-yard line.
Ready to take over again on offense. Out comes Cleveland.
They find themselves down 17-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. Here's Nick Chubb as they try to fire up this run game. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out by a few inches. That'll be a first down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. They'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side. But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 44-yard line. Now back to throw. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over him.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here. They certainly have the right read on that one. The weak spot in a cover 2 defense, right down the middle because it really stresses the safeties. And they're going to be a little bit frustrated they weren't able to connect on that one. I wonder, Brandon, I just wonder, you think maybe he was worried about where he was on the field? Was he far enough? Was he close enough to the first down sticks?
Absolutely. He was right there by him, and I think he was thinking first down before he caught that football.
Yeah, got to catch it first, because if you don't catch it, there's no chance of picking up a first down.
Houston set to take over.
And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
2nd and 9 now. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
It's now 3rd down and 9 yards to go.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. It's a gain of 17, and it also gives him the first down.
And there was absolutely zero pressure on the quarterback on that play. Third down, and he has all the time in the world to eventually find an open receiver for a first down pickup.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. A play-action fake. They'll look to throw.
That's complete to Peoples-Jones.
And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. A gain of 6 there on first.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And he'll get it out to midfield. Let's see, I'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. Call it a gain of 5, and it's going to yield a new set of downs. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On play action, they'll throw. Pass, and he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Houston. Donovan Peoples-Jones, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead.
For as big and strong as some of these guys are, especially when you see them in full pads, it is sometimes hard to appreciate how truly fast they can move. That was incredible.
Well, in this league where coordinators worry so much about drawing up the right routes, blocking assignments, misdirections and stuff, they have these precise arrows and movements. Sometimes the best plays just come from the schoolyard where you look at your fastest guy and say, go long, go get it, big man.
And the lead is up to 14. So the drive there took 6 plays. And the result, a Houston touchdown.
Browns 10.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Taking it about the 1. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
At their own 29-yard line.
And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
In trouble, and he's taken down. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
They get 12 yards back, but it still leads to a 4th and long.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? Here's Jamie Gillen now as he's on to punt for Cleveland. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. It's a 40-yard punt, 6 yards on the return, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Now out comes their leader and the captain of this offense back onto the field. He's had quite the turnaround, Charles. At the start of the game, passing game was a little bit of a mess, but he's back on the horse, so to speak.
Love seeing how someone can rebound from a slow...
Oh, now he's stripped. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Browns. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
Partner, that one looked like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
And now that door ajar, 2-score game, so hold on here, not done in the fourth. The Browns offense heading back out to take possession.
They trail by 2 scores in the fourth, and their defense did its job getting the fumble recovery. Time to see what this offense has left in the tank.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. A gain of 6 there on first.
6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete. The Browns on 3rd down, lacking much success. Just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 4.
And 4 yards to go.
And that is incomplete. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point, and they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays that have been successful throughout the game that have worked in the distance you need. That's exactly what they got done.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. A run for Nick Chubb. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
They're going to look to throw. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. That catch pulls him level all-time with Terrell Owens, who finished with 1,078 receptions. So now he's at 1,078 and rising. The Browns on 3rd down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This time it's 3rd and 3. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
So the face mask moves him closer, and now 1st and goal. On the carry, it's Chubb. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Nick Chubb with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Browns are back within a score. Nice execution there. Good job by the O-line getting him in for the 2nd time.
And you always have to start with credit there when you're having a big game. I mean, you don't get there by yourself. That's rare. But how about the ability to see the proper holes, pick the proper place to go, and find his way into the end zone?
A try here for the extra point. He's got it, and it's 24-17. So that drives 7 plays in length. And Nick Chubb, the one to finish it off, as he does so with a touchdown run. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away.
That'll be taken about a yard deep. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Now comes a Houston offense as they get set to take over here. Now, Charles, of course, you got to remember, last possession they fumbled. It led to a touchdown. One-score game here. Got to be careful.
And this is where coaching and training really comes into play, doesn't it? What does everyone say after an error? Next play, move on, next drive. That mantra has to come to the front. They've got to take care of business right here and act like the last series just didn't happen.
Second down and 10.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he gets it here to right around the 24 before he's out of bounds. Boy, tight game like this, fourth quarter, personal foul penalties, a no-no.
Yeah, we know the emotions are running high. The tensions are the same. Who can control them best could ultimately win it.
And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down.
A gain of 2 on the play. Brings up third and 4.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a first down.
All right, partner, I'm a defender, but I've got to express my admiration there. Moving around, making it happen, and instead of worrying about protecting himself, he goes and gets the first down. I've got to give it to him on that one.
Normally, you don't want your guy taking shots, your quarterback, but it's winning time here in the fourth quarter. If he needs to make those plays with the legs, go ahead, right?
Yeah, no doubt about it. At this stage of the game, all protections, they're off.
Zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
Just a simple tap pass, but it pays off in a big way.
And sometimes the simple stuff causes the most problems for a defense because there's a breakdown in communication there. When that receiver goes behind the line of scrimmage and it looks like he's going in motion, someone either has to go with him or he has to be passed off to another defender. Somehow they didn't get that communicated well, and it turned into a nice play.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
Brings up second and 5 at the Browns.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And here he'll get it down to the 7. A 5-yard gain, and now they're set up first and goal.
7-yard line.
They'll set up a throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. He was trying to get it to A.J. Brown that time, but it'll be second and goal.
Leads to second and goal.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up third down. Now, I'm assuming they're keeping this football on the ground, right?
I would think so because you're looking at the clock. That's in your favor. You're looking at the geography of the field, right? Where you are, that's in your favor as well. Keep it on the ground. Keep pounding. Run that clock down. You got everything working in your direction.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. Third and goal. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on third and goal? And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. So on fourth down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. And his kick is good. And that will push the lead up to double digits now at 10.
Browns 17.
So his second field goal of the game, and that could turn out to be the big one.
Yeah, you have to make them score twice to beat you, and that's not impossible. But here in the fourth quarter, puts their backs clearly against the wall.
And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
21-yard line.
So now the Browns down on the scoreboard. A little under a minute 50 remaining. They'll need a score here and also likely an onside kick recovery. But first things first. 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And finding the tight end Hooper. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down.
Nice job there of utilizing his big target. He didn't overthink it. Understands the catch radius. Understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders away from the ball. And puts it right out there for the nice pickup.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
It's 3rd down.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And he's got a man open. That's Allen. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you at important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
He's going to let it fly. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Keenan Allen, the intended target, and that'll make it 3rd down.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep, try and throw some air under it, and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Now a desperation throw deep downfield, and that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and as a result, possession switches hands. Oh, wait, hold everything. A timeout has been called. Seemingly silly with 1 second remaining in this game. And they take a knee.
Now's the time. Don't give them nothing.
And Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So for the home team here, the win will help them keep pace in the playoff race as they move to 6-3 on the year. And they'll get another home date next week as the Patriots will come to town. Meanwhile, for the Browns, their season is on life support somewhat now at 3-6. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves next week at home against Jacksonville. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.